Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the Parliamentary Secretary for his remarks in opening this debate tonight. Canada has always stood with the Ukrainian people through the long relationship between Ukraine and Canada. I think of Mr. Mulroney being quick to recognize Ukrainian independence in 1991, Mr. Martin being quick to acknowledge the Orange Revolution toward democracy in 2004. Sometimes over the course of those years our support has been rhetorical. Other times it's been very specific and very tangible. And I think in the present circumstances it is important to find the ways to move our position from rhetoric to concrete action. Obviously, we need to make sure that any action that's taken does not impinge upon the Ukrainian people in a negative way. It is the behavior of Yanukovych that is the problem here. In the past, there has been some discussion about Canada or other countries leading an international dialogue toward a set of Yanukovych-specific sanctions so that we are not imposing any burdens upon the Ukrainian people, but are in fact focusing our attention on Yanukovych himself. And that could include the group of oligarchs that support him. But is the government prepared to consider that type of measure, at least to have some discussion with our allies, the United States and European allies, specifically about what the world community can do to focus a set of sanctions, freezing assets, for example, limiting travel, for example, aimed specifically at Yanukovych and the oligarchs around him to make sure that they can't conduct their campaigns against the Ukrainian people with impunity and just get away with it and go on a holiday when they feel like it.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I think, Mr. Speaker, one of the things I should first point out is the importance of the Ukrainian heritage and Ukrainian ties to our province, to both the member who just spoke and my own self, and particularly the northeast corner of our province. Those people from Eastern Europe, and particularly the Ukraine, played a huge role in the development of Saskatchewan and the benefits that we're seeing now. And so it's important to us that we address this issue seriously. And I think we're at the point where we see these political trends as being very troubling, but our policy in the past is one that we believe we should continue, and that's a principled engagement with Ukraine. We've consistently messaged and urged action from the Ukrainian authorities that they protect the rule of law, that they work towards human rights, that they strengthen democracy, and we continue to carry that message to them. We want to support those folks who are out on the streets, who believe that those are important principles, that Ukraine moves in the direction of continues to move in the direction of seeing stronger democracy, seeing a stronger rule of law, and then in particular seeing human rights protected. And I guess one of the things that really concerned us was when the attacks took place in Independence Square, that the first people that really seemed to be attacked were journalists, and so it looked like there was some attempt to keep the story from getting out and to limit that. And that's one of the principles: freedom of association, freedom of speech, freedom of protection for journalists that we continue to think are very important and need to be protected in Ukraine.